up? It's your boy Steve83, and we're back with another react. You know what I'm saying? I'm back with the boot up. Today we're booting up. We got this boy telling Brick Baby apologizing for if he told on Lil Durk, if he snitched about Quando, we don't know, but we about to find out right now. These people crazy.
Brick Baby did the unthinkable. He snitched on Lil Durk for the attempted murder of Quando and the murder of Lil Pap.
Brick Baby goes on the show and says, I guess they can't say OTF didn't slide but King Von.
The internet is buzzing. Tensions are skyrocketing as more OTF members are getting snatched, and everyone's finger is pointed at Brick Baby. On top of that, Rolling 60s members are slamming Brick Baby for backdooring Quando Rondo in LA.
So
oh
they
my
said
God.
that I, or co-conspirator number 4, is I'm the one that provided the location to Lil Durk. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, nah.
Both the court and the streets have dire plans for Brick. Let's get into the detail.
Come on.
Did Brick Baby snitch on Lil Durk?
Yes.
Brick Baby has been indicted by federal agents and arrested in LA in connection to a Rolling 60s RICO trial. While that might not be news, word on the street is that Brick Baby appeared in court and started snitching on Lil Durk. The unsealed indictment hinted that Brick Baby is, in fact, a person of interest in Lil Durk's murder for hire case. Now, the street is saying that Brick Baby wants his charges dropped. So what did he do? He allegedly gave the feds a detailed connection of Lil Durk's involvement in the killing of Quando Rondo's homie, Lil Pap, saying it was to get back for King Von. Brick Baby allegedly told prosecutors that at the time of the murder, Quando had a public feud with Durk Banks. The feud stemmed from a Nov 6, 2020 murder, where an associate of Quando Rondo shot and killed an OTF rapper named Davon Bennett, aka King Von. It's getting interesting, right? So, did Brick Baby really snitch on Lil Durk? This is where music executive Wack 100 jumps into the conversation. Like clockwork. After Durk's indictment last year, Wack 100 popped up on Vlad TV and didn't hold back. He straight up blamed Durk's takedown on Brick Baby, claiming he'd been singing to the feds the whole time. Wack said the streets initially thought the attack on Quando Rondo was just a drug deal gone wrong, but once Brick started talking, everything changed.
Damn. The world is oblivious to this. We've tied this to a bad drug deal. Remember the story? Brick Baby goes on the show and says, I guess they can't say OTF didn't slide but King Von. Well,
it turns out this isn't the first time Brick Baby has told on Lil Durk in exchange for his freedom.
First
Remember
time.
when the feds raided
Do your homework on
and
this.
arrested him on a gun charge? Well, Wack 100 revealed that it wasn't really about the gun. He claimed the feds were actually after Brick Baby because of Lil Durk's case, but accidentally stumbled upon an AK-47 during the raid. They then used that as leverage to get Brick Baby to snitch on Durk's involvement in Quando's hit.
We're under the presumption that it's an AK-47 case. But what really happened was they came there to get his cell phone.
They wanted them numbers. They wanted them numbers, bro. They know what it is.
Wack detailed the time.
Wack knows. That's how it goes in the federal system.
Brick Baby snitched on Lil Durk in an interview with Flacco, and by March 2023, feds launched surveillance on Brick Baby. By June 2023, the feds had raided Brick Baby's home and taken his phone, where he caught the gun charge.
No way,
being charged with possession of an illegal firearm as a striker, Brick never went to trial, and the case was mysteriously dismissed. Shortly after Lil Durk was arrested. In summary, Wack was trying to say that Brick Baby's phone connected the feds to Lil Durk's involvement in the hit on Quando Rondo.
Exactly.
Ever since he allegedly slid
That's exactly what happened. The feds, they got the global telling shit.
Piling up like a teenage girl's laundry basket. Brick Baby made sure of that. Word on the street was that if Brick Baby had kept his mouth shut, the feds wouldn't have come after the OTF boss. But no, Brick started dropping the bricks right after the deed was done.
Brick
gotta go. If you're not familiar with the gist, let me bring you up to speed. Right after King Von was killed in 2020, fans started the Slide for Von campaign, urging Durk to get back at the folks who killed his best friend.
Right,
then,
Slide for Von. That's what the fuck it's supposed to be.
Right after pumping gas at a gas station in LA. Investigators later confirmed that the attack was an attempted murder on Quando Rondo. However, Quando Rondo's close associate, Lil Pap, killed instead. The tragic events appeared unrelated until Brick Baby started running his mouth like a broken tap. First, he jumped on an interview.
He needed that money. He was broke.
The hit on Quando Rondo to get back for King Von.
It's Slide for Von, right? Yeah. They say that no more.
What?
Oh yeah, because of no. Like who died?
Make no mistake if the Flacco was ignorant of what Brick Baby was trying to say. No,
I wasn't ignorant.
He in fact
the street's not
Brick
ignorant.
Baby was referencing the Lil Pap situation, but he wanted him to say it out loud.
We're here. We ready.
He didn't need to
say it.
The detail. Brick Baby was already eager to let the whole world know.
At this point, Durkio probably might as well just confess.
Oh, because of FBG Cash? Oh, who?
Because of Pab.
Nah, because Lil Pab.
He made it public that Lil Pap's death was a result of Lil Durk's attempt to get back at Quando.
He's the one made it public. This bapping mouth motherfucker gotta go.
The fans did not hold back the backlash. The first comment says, Brick Baby talks way too much. Steady dry snitching on everything he knows out on the internet with millions of people viewing what he's saying.
Facts,
and someone
bro.
outrightly called
that
him
comment
Snitch
is
However,
number one.
The backlash did not stop Brick Baby from running his mouth
He's
every
still
chance he got.
bapping.
He spoke
Look
about
at him.
OTF's involvement in Lil Pap's murder like it was a badge of honor. Then, when the federal indictment charged OTF members, including Lil Durk, with the murder for hire plot, Brick was shocked. He was live
Free
on No Jumper when the news about
Free
the arrest
Durk.
broke, and a Redditor captured
Check
his
it in the message
It was
above.
like his world was crashing down, knowing that he gave up the whole gang and now his homies were done. He could not say a word until minutes later when everyone was on a different topic.
Over the floor with numbers and shit to call.
Look at him.
Wait, they got charged by the Fed?
Nothing like it pops up.
Oh my God, look at him. Look at him. He's sick right now.
They got charged by the Fed?
He sounded
He's
like he was
sick right
surprised
now.
the
He's
OTF
sick.
dudes were slapped with a federal indictment. I don't know. Maybe he was expecting the local police department of some sort. He was nervous. It felt like his heart dropped and no one was noticing. A fan reiterated his reaction. Wait, they got charged by the feds? I said it twice like, you don't hear me? Showing how unsettled Brick Baby was. When the OTF federal indictment was unsealed, it alleged that someone had given up Quando Rondo's location to Lil Durk. According to the indictment, on August 18th,
Durk put them boys on him.
one or more conspirators, including co-conspirator 4, learned that TB was visiting California and staying at a hotel in Los Angeles. The feds left a puzzle for the fans, users, and the entire industry at large to decipher who
when you got this though, it's
Without
over.
wasting much time, one name popped up from everyone's lips: Brick Baby.
Brick
In case you
Baby.
don't know, Brick Baby and Quando Rondo were able to maintain a close relationship amidst the steaming altercation between the OTF boys and
That's
Quando
crazy,
Rondo's.
bro.
In an interview on Vlad TV, DJ
That's
Vlad straight up
crazy,
confronted
right?
Brick Baby about the rumors flying around, and this was his reaction.
So they said that I, or co-conspirator number 4, I'm the one that provided the location to
Lil Durk, yeah.
Fact.
Yeah. I mean, nah. You know what I mean? Like, I know it looks... I wouldn't be right here doing all this first and foremost if I was co-conspirator number 4.
Part of that is
Throughout the
factual.
interview, Brick Baby addressed the swirling rumors implicating him in Lil Durk's case. However, contrary to the charging document, Brick Baby firmly denied these accusations, asserting that if he were indeed co-conspirator 4, he wouldn't have the freedom to discuss the allegations publicly. Brick Baby went on to say
They
that his
do be
relationship
PRing
with
you,
Quando
though.
Rando
They
was
do be
separate from
PRing
the
you.
whole altercation their respective crews had going on. Most
for
importantly,
info.
he claimed that he was able to keep the friendship without disclosing sensitive information.
When this happened, me and Quando Rondo had officially talked 3 to 4 times already.
See?
And I ain't said this nowhere else, but me and Quando Rondo had let their beef be their beef and our relationship be our relationship.
Apparently,
Ain't
Brick Baby
no
questioned
way,
the
bro.
logic of being labeled a
Ain't
conspirator,
no way
downplaying
you
his
can do
potential
that.
involvement
Because if you're
and
that
maintaining
close to
his innocence.
if you're that close to him, you know he's talking like, man, Brick, you close to the streets, baby. These boys on my ass, baby. You know what I'm saying? They gotta get, you know what I mean? Get me right. I'm out here in LA butt naked, bro. Brick Baby, get me under, Brick Baby, get me right. You know he is.
Amidst the ongoing
He ain't
legal
just friends and
saga.
not talking
This brings
about
me to
them
an important
boys.
Question. Why was the entire internet pointing to Brick Baby as the snitch who set up Quando Rondo? Some people speculated that Brick Baby
He is,
leveraged
man.
his relationship with
Let's
Quando
just face
Rondo
it for
to
what it
provide Lil
is,
Durk
man.
with sensitive
Let's be men
information
about it.
Quando Rondo's whereabouts. Here's the reason people think Brick Baby is indeed co-conspirator 4. After the hit,
Here go the
Quando
reasons.
Rondo renounced being a Rolling 60 member because he was allegedly backdoored by one of them. Now, everyone knows that Brick Baby is a documented Rolling 60 member, so it was easy for the
number
conspiracy
one.
theory to sell. When DJ Vlad asked him to comment on the rumor that Quando Rondo had ditched Rolling 60 because he had been backdoored by one of them, his response was uncoordinated.
It makes sense. It depends on when they come out who co-conspirator number 4 is, then it all makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Like that do make sense. Like, it makes sense what the world is saying, but it's like, y'all didn't crack the code this time. I know the fans usually solve the case, but y'all didn't crack the code this time.
One user came straight at Brick in the comment section saying, "We see right through you, Brick boy." I thought that was humorous until someone said, "This interview is just to pay for Brick Baby lawyer's fee." Almost everyone in the comment section seems to agree that Brick Baby is in fact co-conspirator 4, and he did snitch on Lil Durk. This guy thinks Brick Baby is a proud snitch, wearing a hat with the letter S, like a badge of honor. However, it seems Brick Baby is not the only rat Lil Durk was housing. Another OTF member shook hands with the feds over Lil Durk's murder for hire.
Nah, who?
Lil Durk's in-house snitch. The saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes
Jam
from an
needs
enemy.
to take
It is always
they
from
need
a
to
close
take him
friend,
and put him in
someone
the
circle,
toilet.
someone you trust. But here is the tragedy. Finding trust and loyalty is a costly assumption on the street. In a shocking turn of events, it appears there is a rat in only the family, where trust and loyalty were the order of the game. Right now, there are some reports, like one from the Express Tribune, that Durk was allegedly ratted on by an OTF member who dedicated quite some years of his life secretly connecting his boss, Lil Durk, with the attempted murder of Quando Ram.
And that's fucked up, man. To be somebody's friend like that, only to betray their ass. That's some cowardly ass shit, man. That's only cowards do that shit, bro. Only cowards do that.
This recent development has left the industry in total shock. The informant, identified as OTF Jam, allegedly wore a hidden wire for several years to gather evidence for authorities. OTF Jam, who was released from prison in 2022 after serving 12 years for attempted murder, reportedly provided information directly linking Lil Durk to the murder for hire plot in question. Say Cheese was one of the first people to report on social media the in-house betrayal of gangster rapper Lil Durk. He tweeted, "Lil Durk's snitch was an OTF member, and he was exposed for wearing a wire. OTF Jam allegedly wore a wire for multiple years. He previously served a 12-year sentence." As soon as the news hit the internet, a series of controversies was sparked, with most people wondering how OTF Jam was able to hide the wire without being noticed for several years. Humorously, someone responded, "He was hiding the wire in that big forehead." Another user tried to offer some clarity, saying, "They don't use wires nowadays. Instead, cops give you a small voice recorder that's really sensitive, and you just have to put it in your pocket." However, this
the fact that you know that homeboy says a lot.
Advancement, it says, "A wire, my opinion, not a fact." But every device around you is considered a wire. You don't necessarily have to wear a movie wire. Your phone is the wire, I believe. Well, to be honest, using a wire to rat sounds like some old school rap thing. I believe that technology has moved forward, and so have rats. In a recent interview with Vlad TV, music executive and rapper Wack 100 discussed the arrest of Lil Durk and the fact that an OTF member allegedly informed on him. Wack 100 commented that it was crazy how Jam got out of jail after 12 years, was granted interviews where he declared himself loyal, and was showered with gifts and respect from OTF Durk. Only for him
crazy.
Did 12 years.
12
got
years.
out, interviewed, said he kept it real, brought him cars, gave him 50,000.
Right.
This. Made mention that ain't no smut on his name. He ain't never been a rat.
That's crazy. The whole time he's ratting.
But eventually he failed.
DJ Vlad added that Jam served a 12-year prison sentence for attempted murder, supposedly from 2010. He was released in 2022, coinciding with the time of Lil Pab's murder. Since then, Jam has allegedly been wearing a recording device to collect information on Lil Durk and OTF, which has ultimately led to the recent arrests. Interestingly, just like music executive Wack 100 mentioned, this apparent betrayal within OTF has drawn significant attention. Jam's covert role has sparked widespread speculation and debate within the hip-hop community. Amidst Lil Durk's arrest and the discovery of a rat in a household meant for only the family, a 2023 interview with OTF Jam has resurfaced. In the interview with DJ Jerry, Jam opened up about his long-standing relationship with Durk and the support he received while incarcerated. OTF Jam recounted how Lil Durk's music helped him stay motivated, and how the rapper supported him with money and the like while in jail. He said, "I remember Durk was making rap songs for our parties." He added, "That was bro, back before the fame and the money. He made a way for me to be straight." Although OTF Jam did not talk about his alleged communication with the FBI,
rolled on him, bro.
His reflection about jail revealed the deep connection, trust, and loyalty between him and Lil Durk before legal trouble separated them.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's bro. I'm saying, my whole time in jail, that stayed, bro. Like, before the money, you know what I'm saying? That was bro. Like, I remember when the money wasn't there, I was gonna say you fit, I got you, man. I gave my lawyer money and everything when I'm fighting my case. I ain't
still doing that.
All that, like, Durk come through.
Right after OTF Jam was released from jail,
that's what they say.
There was a rumor that Lil Durk gave him $50,000 to put his life in order and settle his lawyer. OTF Jam was asked about the rumor in the same interview, and he confirmed it to be true.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got to ask, bro. He said he gave you 50, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Evidently, when OTF Jam was released from jail and welcomed back into the family, a rat was welcomed into the house.
Shit.
Unfortunately, Lil Durk could not smell a rat in his own circle. Well, to be honest, smelling a rat is not easy, especially if the rat was in with you on most of the crimes you have been committing. Someone said, to be betrayed by a childhood friend after you looked out for him and then wearing the wire around Durk is insane. It'd be the closest ones to you. And I agree.
Man, that hit me hard
when it comes from someone you call a friend. After all, no one expects any form of loyalty from an enemy. Take, for instance, you were watching an action movie where the antagonist and protagonist are already in loggerheads from the beginning. Would you be shocked if you saw the antagonist plotting against the protagonist? I guess not, because that's the order of things. It's always the closest to you. Interestingly, while surfing the internet searching for updates about OTF Jam and why he ratted on the OTF founder, I found this, an internet troll sparked by a resurfaced footage showing OTF Jam snacking on McDonald's in what looks like an interrogation room, and fans are alleging that he was snitching on Lil Durk while eating McDonald's. Hilariously, it was DJ Academics who instigated the trolling by asking his followers to caption the image. And without wasting time, his fans opened the floodgates of trolling. One comment reads, "Bro snitched on Durk for a Big Mac and fries." And another added, "You're probably wondering how I got here." However, to be fair, Lil Durk was also out there snitching on himself before the game got real. Are you wondering why? When the Slide for Von campaign became a pandemic, most fans started leaving comments under Durk's post urging him to get back for King Von. DJ Academics picked that and tried to get Durk to tell on himself during an interview.
You get triggered by the man. You get triggered by the Slide for Von comments.
Dirk was tempted to speak on it, but with an active investigation into Von's death and the violence that followed, he knew better than to incriminate himself. Still,
he knew to keep it quiet. Academics a rat anyway.
They used to say, we also mention a song, like, they be saying Slide for Von, I think they trolling me. Yo, by the way, that song is fire, I ain't gonna lie. For some reason, I just don't see the comments no more.
Academics just referenced Lil Durk's bars on Nardo Wick's Who Wants Smoke remix, where Durk responded to the Slide for Von comment. He raps, "They be on my page like Slide for Von. I know they trolling me." Durk took those comments as trolling because he already slid for Von when he allegedly took out Quando Rondo's homie, Lil Pab. Academics knows this, and he wants Durk to say it on his show, so he doesn't let up.
You gotta have a bigger shark than that.
Code it a little bit, but we have nothing to do with nothing. I'm saying that's like me just claiming something.
Although Lil Durk tried to maintain his denial throughout the interview, after much pressure from Academics, he finally slipped, subtly telling on himself.
You see them comments a lot? They kind of chilled out. I wonder why.
He didn't say it outrightly, but that offhand comment was Durk's way of admitting the truth. And by 2024, everything clicked when he was arrested in connection to the 2022 ambush.
Wonder why that chain is crispy got on.
There are now 5 people in custody who weren't in custody before. 5 people who were alleged to have committed a murder in broad daylight in the middle of the afternoon in the city of Chicago.
Here's the gist. Federal agents swooped in and arrested 5 men in connection to the August 2022 shooting in Los Angeles that killed Quando Rondo's cousin. And they're being charged with conspiracy to murder for hire in retaliation for King Von's death. Apparently, as it turned out,
that's a hard charge to beat right there.
Link connecting the big fish, Lil Durk, to the murder for hire charge filed on his affiliates. Somehow,
damn, they're going down, bro.
The tragic events that unfolded in 2020 at the premises of Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta, which led to the death of Lil Durk's bestie, King Von. Now, I think the feds need no informant to tell them that if it concerns King Von's death, Lil Durk
couldn't see who was popping,
It's no wonder that as soon as the feds got what they wanted, Lil Durk was hit with the most devastating events of his career.
Durk has been locked up in Broward County Jail. He's there right now.
He's laughing about it.
This is this. Yes, Broward. He's in Florida. I got the whole thing on. Look on my stream. I got it. Oh my God,
no
bro.
way.
As expected,
he
DJ
pulled up the
Academics was among the
shot.
first people to break the news of Durk's arrest to the industry. After making a video about the situation, he tweeted, "Breaking: Lil Durk has been arrested by U.S. Marshals and held in Broward County Correctional Facility until he's extradited to California for his federal charge. His charge is murder for hire for the death of Quando Rondo's cousin, LULPAD. According to reports,
he's a whole cop right there. DJ Academic, he a whole cop in itself.
Correctional facility in Florida. Police records show the 32-year-old rapper is being detained without the option of bail and awaits extradition to California to face federal charges. His mugshot has been released.
Look at it.
Lil Durk founded the label Only the Family, OTF, in 2010. He claims that OTF is not a gang after federal charges were filed against 5 men associated with OTF on October 17th. It's a family, bro. Alleging they tried to kill Rondo in 2022. The men named in the suit are Caven London Grant, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, Keith Jones, David Bryan Lindsay, and Asa Houston. Although Lil Durk was not named as a defendant in the October 17th suit, his arrest by federal agents has been confirmed to be connected to the murder for hire charge.
Damn,
the indictment charged 5 people for the
hit.
murder of Lul Pap, but it gets deeper than that. Check this out.
The charges include conspiracy to murder for hire and the use of a machine gun in a violent crime resulting in death.
Interesting times are ahead because the indictment points to a well-coordinated plan involving alleged OTF affiliates who reportedly placed a bounty on Quando Rondo. Instead, his cousin Lul Pab was killed.